Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be a very exciting update for the Panner's Pan. In this project, I have connected products to at least 10 panners, and I am bringing in panners every single month, whether I have finished something or not, but I want at least 10 panners. So I am trying to make these goals pretty hard for myself because this has no end date. It's not a year-long project or like a few months or something. I can go on forever as long as I find more panners, you know? So as always, we're going to go in the order in which I roll these panners in. And the first one is Taylor Buell, and I'm doing a Pan That palette in order for her. And I am using this palette. This is the Solar Cycle from ZZ. I really like this palette. It's very spring-esque, I would say. Although maybe just the first half of the palette, then it gets more muted and more like a fall palette, I would say. So this is how it looked like last time. We had 3 pans showing. I had used the lavender 18 times and I had a huge dip. I was very sad that I hadn't hit pan on that one yet for the last update. But let's take a look at it now. Because as you can see, we do have a little bit of a pan showing right there, and I have moved on to this shade. So this shade I only had to use once more. I only had to use it once more to hit pan. Couldn't I have done that last month, you know? But at least we do have a nice pan in it right now, and I am working on this one. This one I've used 3 times for a total of 3 times. Like I said before, I am trying to not touch these other shades that I'm not working on. I can, of course, use these ones that already had pan, but I want it to be like growing. Like I want the pans, you know, just appearing in the pictures. So this one is actually very easy to use. So I don't know. I don't know how long it will take me to actually hit pan on it, but I do think it's a nice shade and I can use it in the nights. I can use it during days. Like it's an easy shade. It shouldn't be too long before I do have a pan in that. Moving on to Louise Poston, I am using a hair perfume for her. This is the only one I have. As you can see, we are getting down there. My goal is, of course, to finish this one. And I have used it 12 additional times this month for a total of 101 uses. So this is holding on for quite some time, which is good. Sakakuan is not a cheap brand. So, I am really getting... You know, I'm getting attached to this one, so maybe I should look up the price and if I can get a hold of it here in Sweden. I don't know. I think I will have to check it though, because I really like it. For Jessica Payne, I chose a lip gloss from Milano, and I wanted to use this 100 times for a project that she's doing, which is of course the 100 usage project pan. I think the 100 use project pan is more for eyeshadow palettes maybe, but you can use other products as well. And I really wanted to get some good use on this one, if not finish it this year. I don't think I will be able to do so. I still have a lot in here, so yeah, I don't think I will finish it this year, unfortunately, but we can get a good head start until next year maybe. It is a very nice and subtle pink shade, so it's easy to use, but I have only used it 3 additional times for a total of 85 times. I hope that maybe next month I will be able to roll Jessica Payne out of this project. For Laura Force, she's probably going to be here forever. I have chosen an Anastasia Beverly Hills Cheek Trio. So we have a bunch of blushes here. They're very dark, very pigmented. You only need to tap your brush ever so slightly to get all the pigment you need. And I've only used it twice more for a total of 21 uses, and I can't see anything. Like I can see that it's been used, but no dip. And I am usually swiping very lightly like that, and that's it. So I don't know which one will get the pan, if it will ever get pan, but you know, she's for sure staying for a while longer. For makeup and perfume, I of course chose a perfume because for some reason it's not that easy to roll in perfumes into every project. So I was like, this is my chance. Let's bring in a perfume that is a little bit bigger than the ones I finished before. And I chose this Ritual, the Rose de Shiraz. Yes, I got it right. And I have finally finished it. I could use it 4 more times to finish it off. And I have used it 55 times in total in this project. But it wasn't new when I rolled it in or anything, so I had used it before. You can use it more than 55 times. It was a pleasant scent. I love the packaging. It looks very elegant, sleek. I like it. I will probably keep this bottle because I think it's so beautiful. Maybe pour in some other perfumes into this. It's very nice. But the very exciting part is that this is the first full-size perfume I've ever finished. So, you know, 2.5 years into panning, I'm still panning stuff that I haven't panned before. That's interesting. That's fun. You know, it keeps the excitement going somehow. Let's move on to Daily Dose of Sparkle. Of course, I wanted to use something very, very sparkly. Have you ever seen such a sparkly product or packaging before? I haven't. I have used this up now, so this is an empty. I didn't care too much for it. To be honest, Anastasia Beverly Hills, I thought it would be a lot better. Like, people are talking about this brand so much. I do have one palette from her now, which I haven't used yet. I do think I have to bring it in here at some point. But yeah, I just thought she would have more like high quality and better stuff, like more wow stuff for some reason. But this wasn't it. Not for me, at least. The next panner I brought in was It's Just Steph. She loves Odin's Eye and eyeshadows. So I brought in all 4 of the limited edition Christmas palettes that Odin's Eye released. And my goal was to do a no pan left behind on all of them and also hit 1 pan in each and every one of them. I have so far rolled out 1 palette, and this is the other palette that I am going to roll out because I have hit my goal finally. This is how it looks. It's such a beautiful palette. Like, look at this. I hope you can see the pan. There, you can see it. I am so happy that I hit pan on this one because normally I don't go for colorful makeup by my own accord. I did today because I'm filming and that's when I can play around. But yeah, to have an actual pan in a colorful eyeshadow when I could have chosen something else. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. So let's go through the usage, shall we? Let's start with this one. This is called Boots. I don't know why they have a snowman there when it's called Boots, but there you go. I've used this once. Celebrate, I've used twice. Feast, I've used twice. Hugs, I've used once. Frankincense, I've used 8 times. Goodwill, I've used 14 times. Merry, I've used 5 times. And Ornament, I've used 6 times. Snowflake, I've used 9 times. Sweater, I've used once. Guest, I've used twice. Tradition, I've used once. This shade is called Magic, I've used that one once. This one is called God Jul, which means Merry Christmas in Swedish. I've used that one once. Tinsel, I've used 6 times to hit pan on it. And then we have Garland, which I've used once. One thing I want to mention with this palette is that it gets me out of my comfort zone, but not too much, so I can actually do it. But what I like is also that even though it contains colors that I would normally not go for, within this palette, it fits. Like if I want to do a minty green look with these 3 shades here, I often go in with this green one to darken it up. And I usually never go for a green like this. For some reason, I just think it's intimidating and I just wouldn't go for it. But what did I say? Did I use it 7 times or what? It's the Ornament 6 times. I've used it 6 times on my own accord. I only needed to use it once for this project, but I've used it over and over again in that look. So, I think this one I've actually used 6 times. So I guess I only used it together with these minty shades here. So, it's no wonder that I did it, but still, I never thought I would use a green like that on my own accord and really liking it. I love how this palette looks now, not only like aesthetically, I love that it's so used that I can see dips in even these mattes, this one, that one, this one a little bit, like I can see actual dips going on in mattes that is exciting, especially when I know that Odin's eye mats are really hard to hit pan on, and well, mats in general are a lot harder to hit pan on than shimmers, you know? So I'm very happy with it, but this one is rolling out. So now we only have the Hey Reindeer and the Merry Christmas palette left. I don't have them here since I haven't finished them. I just wanted to talk to you about this one since this one is rolling out and I have like completed the No Pan Left Behind part and stuff. And I'm still using the other ones. So I don't want to, you know, have to talk about each and every shade every time. So she's staying, but this one is rolling out. For Hailey O, I have created an advent calendar in which I have placed a lot of like smaller one-time use items or really small products that I think I can use up fairly quickly. And what I do is I open one pouch, and whenever I have finished that one, I move on to the next one. So I can't really choose what to use for that day, or you know, I don't really have a say anymore. I was very strategic when placing the items in, you know, what doors, but yeah, I have to finish something to move on to the next thing. So I have finished 3 things this month, 2 face masks and 1 bath bomb. I used this one yesterday and I love it. It smelled like melon and it was amazing. It felt good, but mostly it just smelled heavenly. It was so nice. So 3 things are rolling out, and that means I have finished 17 out of 24 products. So we don't have, you know, too much left for Hailey O, but she is staying, and we're moving on to the next panner, who is Samar Mashni. She created the project That's So 2000s, and one of the prompts in there was Mean Girls. So I chose a pink product, and I chose this Strawberry Booster, 100% neutral, certified, vegan and cruelty free. This is a face oil by Bye Bye. So this is the spelling, if you can see. So the name is there, Bye Bye. And I don't usually use face oils. I might use them every 3rd day or so, but I don't feel like I need them. So I am trying to just move them out of my collection, use them a little bit more. And yeah, it's not bad or anything, I think. It's just not my thing. Not my thing. Then last time I rolled in the Twintorials. So in those videos, there are 2 girls talking about their progress. Now I haven't watched any more. I only watched 1 video, I think. They just popped up, and then I just thought it was such a good idea and a fun concept of 2 people talking about their progress together, you know? So I wanted to bring in a duo product, and I chose this one. This is a bronzer on one side and like a concealer in the other side, or a brightening cream of some sort. So this is how it looks now. So I think we can see a bigger difference than last time. I think this one is a lot shorter than this bronzer. So let's talk about the usage. I have used the light side 10 times and the bronzer 3 times. And I am using pretty much of it whenever I do use it. So I do have hopes of finishing this one day, but that day is not today. That means that we have 2 panners rolling out. We are rolling out Daily Dose of Sparkle and Makeup and Perfume. That means I only have 8 panners. So we are bringing in 2 new panners, and the first one is my favorite panner of all time, and that is Costello. She makes a lot of fun content. I can watch like whatever content she puts out there regarding makeup, I watch. She is such a vibrant person. She wears a lot of colorful makeup. She has unique ideas for videos. Like she's so much fun to watch. And she has inspired me a lot when it comes to the more colorful way of doing makeup. And yeah, I'm just so happy whenever she puts up another video. She loves eyeshadow, and I love eyeshadow. She loves blue. I don't. Not too much. Like today I am using blues together with greens and purples, and that works. Like it works whenever I combine them with other shades. But the reason I'm picking her right now is because I got this one in a beauty budget box from Louise. And this is an all blue palette, or bluish and greenish. This is called If Looks Could Chill, and it's a big one. So let's open this one. And I don't think the quality is great because the mirror is already like kind of loosening up. But this is how it looks. So it's an all blue palette here, and then it has a second tier, and this is more like teal colors, and this would be straight up her alley. Like, this is what I think of when I think of her. So you know, when I look at this second tier, these shades I can get behind. I love these shades. Not so much these shades, but I'm trying to not blind you and end up just blinding you anyway. But yeah, I think I want to do like a no pan left behind and then hit one pan in both of the tiers. So 2 pans and a no pan left behind part. Maybe if I show it to you like this. Oh, there we go. So these are all of the shades. So I want to do a no pan left behind on this, and I want to hit 1 pan in this tier and 1 pan in this tier above. And it is very intimidating because it's so much blue, and I don't really use blues too much. I don't really use those kinds of greens and teals too much either. I am today, like I said. It was very fun to play around. This was another P. Louise palette that I was using. So yeah, I'm I'm nervous for this one. However, I have a long time. I have infinity to do this on, you know. This project doesn't end, like I said, so I don't have to be quick about it, which helps me mentally. I am bringing in a lot of eyeshadows this month because I do want to do more colorful makeup whenever I can right now. I also thought that this can't be chosen for my pan, those eyeshadows. If I bring it in here, I can choose it for another project, and I really don't want to bring in a blue and pan those eyeshadows. It would just be so hard to hit pan on a matte blue. So yeah, I just didn't want to take the chance or risk. So that was also one of the reasons. I thought it was, you know, a little bit smart on my side. And the other panner that I'm bringing in, this is also a huge undertaking, but I'm going to bring in Lara from Laralikesmascara, and she has just begun a project where she is trying out all of her blushes, and she wants to see how she could curate her collection to fit her more. And I just want to, you know, try all of my blushes. I just want to have fun with my blushes, and especially the blushes I got from P. Louise, because I got 2 blush palettes from them in the advent calendar and another one in their beauty budget beauty box, I think it's called. So I have 3 blush palettes from P. Louise that I really wanted to try out. So let me show them to you. The first one is called Take the Whisk, and it's a more like brownie and yeah, orangey toned blush palette. Then we have this palette, which is called It's the Icing on the Top, and this is much more pinky, peachy, much more up my alley, I would say. And then we have the palette But Baby It's Cold Outside, which is very pink. Very pink. Let's take off that film. So we have a lot to play around with here, but this is not all of it. I also want to use all of my other blushes here. I'm not going to bring in face palettes with blushes in them, but I do want to play around with the singles and the blush palette specifically. So I just want to do like a no pan left behind on all of this and use all of it to see what I have, to see what I like. Things change from year to year, what I like, and you know, I have also received a lot of blushes, mostly in these 3 palettes. I mean, there are 8 shades in each and every one of these, so 24 shades just here. And then of course, all of these that I want to try. I have realized that I really like blushes. I did before too, but I'm much more into blushing my face than contouring right now. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do for Lara from Laralikesmascara. And that's it for today. We're bringing in Caitlin and Lara, and yeah, that's it. I don't have anything more to say. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and that I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.